So today I'm going to do like an unboxing product review video. I'm going to hopefully get a little bit of writing in to kind of do a comparison like I did last time. Many of you have seen the GoPro Karma grip. It looks like this. And basically how it works, if you haven't seen it, is you have the gimbal stabilizer from the Karma drone or from the grip if you don't have the drone. And it basically goes right in here like this, goes on, put your camera in and it stabilizes it. Okay, so the annoying thing about this though is when you try to wear it as a wearable gimbal, you either have like this big thing up on your shoulder or up on your helmet and it makes your helmet really heavy, or you have it on your chest and you can't really move. So what GoPro did in their Karma division is they came out with an extension cable in order to be able to use this as a more wearable gimbal, but it's also kind of annoying because it adds a long cable between here and here. I haven't actually used it, so I don't know how annoying it would be, but compared to other gimbals that don't have cables, I'm assuming it's going to be kind of obnoxious. So it came in the mail yesterday, and I haven't opened it yet, so this is what it is. It's just a Karma grip extension cable. So we'll go ahead and open this up, pull it out, and see what all it has in it. This is kind of cool. So there's a couple of little Velcro straps that look almost like they're for water bottles or something that you can run the cable in. So I'm assuming to control your cable a little bit better, which is kind of cool. So it's not just flopping around, but we'll see. So this is the grip itself. Oh man, that was in there tight. So this is what the cable looks like. It's pretty stretchy, but it's also pretty firm, so I'm hoping that it kind of stretches more over time. Basically all this does is it takes this that you would be wearing on your body and turns it into this. So it makes it quite a bit shorter and a lot more manageable. So I'm going to take this out. This is going to slide in right here, just like that. And then this is going to go in here. Just like that. So now you have the handle, you have the cable, and then you have the wearable gimbal. I might mount this on the handlebars next to the 7 so that I can do a side-by-side comparison of the gimbal and the 7's stability. Oh, that's definitely not good. This is what the problem is. Apparently when I was driving to get to Palmer Park, the little piece that goes in here and folds over the top that holds this in place fell off. So I came back to the car just out of curiosity to see if I could find it. And apparently the screw for it is right here. The other piece that actually holds it in place is nowhere to be found. So when I was driving, I was almost to Union and Constitution, and I heard what sounded like a rock hit the top of my car, and I rolled down the back of my car. Apparently that's what it was. So hopefully I can finish this video today because I've been trying to finish it for like a week. So I bought the extension cable for the GoPro grip, which I showed you earlier. And when I first went out to ride, I showed what happened. Basically, I went down a couple of bumps. The end with the gimbal on it and the GoPro flew off and went down the trail a good 15, 20 feet. It was pretty impressive. So what happened though in the video is this piece broke. First time out, this is the like O-ring clip that comes with the gimbal to attach the gimbal to any of the GoPro mounts. So the piece that was right here and this whole piece are plastic. So I got a hold of GoPro. They sent me a replacement piece, which is this one right here. So the replacement piece that they sent me, if you look, is solid metal. This piece is metal. This piece is metal. The bolt in the middle is metal. I'm pretty sure the only plastic piece, and I can't even tell if it's plastic or not, is this piece right here. And honestly, it even feels metal. So this is the metal piece that you get when you get the Karma originally, or if you buy a replacement one of these. This is cheap plastic shit that comes with the grip extension cable when you buy the grip extension cable. It literally broke the first time out.
Okay, so one thing I'm definitely noticing, other than all this horse shit everywhere, one thing I'm definitely noticing is that this chesty doesn't feel like it's quite tight enough. So the weight of the Karma grip piece itself is making the chesty kind of bounce around on my chest a little bit. So that might be something I just gotta figure out. Or it might be something I just gotta deal with. But hopefully with it bouncing, it's not gonna be too noticeable because of the gimbal. God, whoever came up here with their horses, just like horse shit everywhere. That was a decently bumpy little ride. I'm just gonna hit this spot a couple of times, kind of see how the stabilization differs between the mechanical and the digital stabilization.
Okay, so my final thoughts on the Karma grip extension cable and just the gimbal in general is that it's not bad. I mean, I already had it. The cable went on sale. Definitely think that the $100 price tag that was on it originally is way too much, and even the $60 I paid for it would probably be too much, just because it does kind of make it inconvenient. You have a cable, you have this big massive gimbal that's bigger than most of the other ones out there that I've seen, plus you can't really control anything because the handle is in your backpack. So if you want to like adjust the angle or anything, you have to do that before you go. Start recording, stop recording, any of that stuff that's controlled by the handle, you have to take your backpack off to get to it. It makes getting the backpack off and on kind of weird too, because you got to keep the cable in mind when you're doing it. But I think that overall I'm gonna keep using it a couple more times. After I got a little bit more used to it, it wasn't that bad. I think I need to tighten the chesty a little bit more, but for the most part, like I got used to it pretty quick. As you saw in the video, it definitely has its benefits. With it being on the chesty, I think that it's way more stable than the 7. The 7 does do a decent job stabilizing on trails, but when you go down drops, it definitely doesn't handle that as well as the gimbal did. So I think what I'm gonna do from now on is I'm gonna actually mount my 7 on my helmet, and then I'm gonna mount the 5 with the gimbal on my chest, and just kind of go from there and see. But I think if you have the Karma and you have the money to get the extension cable, the $60 price tag is better than the $300 price tag on a new gimbal. I would definitely recommend replacing that plastic piece with the metal piece. If you have the Karma grip, it should already have come with a metal piece, so I would just use that one and toss the plastic one that they send, because as you saw in the video, that thing fell apart going down the road. So I can only imagine actually like seriously mountain biking, how far you'd make it before it would fall apart the first time on a trail, and that would really suck. But I think, you know, for the most part, I see the benefits of the hyper smooth on the 7, but I also see the benefits of having the gimbal. Like I said, gimbal on the chest and the hyper smooth on the helmet, and I think it'll give me some really good angles to have some really good videos.